Welcome into this installment of Hot Sauce.
That's right.
The show where we take a topic that's hot on our tongues and chit chat about it. I'm Mr. Suit and Tie. Got my stuff back this week. To my right, Couch Guy.
What's going on?
And to my left, Jersey Boy.
What's up?
And this week, it's Broken Jets.
The Jets are broken jaw.
They're breaking jaws.
It's a combo of things, but of course, as everyone knows, Geno Smith is out 6 to 10 weeks because he had his jaw broken by a teammate. We wanted to discuss, is Geno at fault here for getting his jaw broken? Let me start with you, Jersey Boy.
Absolutely he is. He is at fault. Now, does he get a lot of blame? No. I mean, there's 50-50 blame. All right. You're the quarterback of this team. You're the starting quarterback of this team. You have a responsibility to any off-field activities you have before camp starts, take care of it. That means if you owe somebody $600 for a plane ticket, take care of it so you don't have to worry about it during the season. If I'm not mistaken, he needs to worry about on the field play more than off the field play right now.
That's why,
because he's not that, but he should take care of it before camp starts.
I want to know if there was something going on, whether with him or with the linebacker or whatever, that would have kept them from handling before the season started. Because I'm sorry, Geno's making millions. You're a backup linebacker. You're making league minimum. You're a veteran. I think he's got 4 years in the league, I think. So he's $375,000.
2 years in the league.
Okay, so $600 ain't hurting you, and if you're making that much a year and $600 is hurting you, you need to reevaluate what you're doing. But I got it. You fronted the dude on some money. That's where I blame Geno. I don't care if you were attending his camp or your mama's camp. You got enough money to buy your own plane ticket. So he should have bought his own plane ticket. That was his first mistake. Okay, but I want to know, before I try to place any more blame on him, did he go to the dude and be like, hey, bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. Because if he told him that, you, as a grown man, you got to trust in your teammate as a man, not as a quarterback, as a man, and say, okay, hey, he's got me. Okay? Not just that, but who are you? You ain't a gangster. You ain't a thug. Why are you walking up to people and punching them in the face? Especially when at your job where you making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Are you insane?
So Geno's not at fault.
He's at fault, but to an extent. It's not 50-50 because Geno didn't hit the dude. Geno didn't, from what we know. Now, there are reports that says he was, I'm not going to pay you this and that. Now, if that's true, if those reports are true, then I lean more to the 50-50 because you verbally asked this dude to punch you in the face by telling him, hey, I'm not going to pay you. I'm Geno Smith. I don't have to pay you.
Why does it take for that to say he's not 50-50 on this? Because point A, okay, yes, a death occurred. That's a sad thing. But if you owe me money, guess what I'm going to always have in my mind? I owe you money. I'm going to make sure I pay you as soon as I can. Geno Smith, this happened in July, okay? It's August. Or you tell me you can't remember, say, hey, I need to get this guy money?
We don't. Big
I'm just saying.
50 cents every now and then, and I be forgetting. I mean, I understand 50 cents, $600, but $600 to them is like 50 cents to us. But that's what I'm saying is we don't know the whole story and we don't know the circumstances around it because it's not like these guys live right next door to each other.
Right.
For all we know, Geno could live in New York his whole year, and the other dude could live in California. I'm not paying $75 to Western Union you $600.
But you still, as the quarterback of the team, take care of it before training camp starts.
We don't know what was going on to prevent him from doing that.
What prevents you from getting $600 to somebody? You can't mail it to them. You can't go to their house and say, "Here."
If
Come
you
on,
live on the other side of the country, what you gonna do? Drive there just to give him $600?
Well, they've been in training camp for 2 weeks now.
Now that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
There are some certain things, but again, if Geno came to this dude and said, "Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. You as a grown man need to step off and say, hey, He said he's got me again, like we were talking
When?
about earlier. It doesn't matter.
What does got me mean? Does got me mean a week?
No,
Does it
that
mean
means-
2 weeks?
that
What's it
means I
mean?
got you. That could mean,
This
hey,
man might not be on the roster for first week of camp. So he needs his money just as bad as Geno needs
you
it.
said,
Geno's gonna be on camp.
linebacker.
Geno's gonna be on the roster no matter what throughout the preseason. Okay, he was going to be. So that point 8, he might have 2 or 3 kids we don't know. He might have 1 kid that he might need the money, dude. We don't know.
then again, he needs to.
He's a 6th round pick.
He shouldn't have fronted somebody on a plane ticket then. If you were gonna be hurt,
He was doing a
that
camp
bad.
for his high school. He's doing a camp for his high school.
Here's my thing, is clearly he wasn't hurting for the money because he didn't care about getting the money back until Geno had to miss the camp. So hurting for the money and needing the money isn't the problem here. He was going off of the principle of, hey, I paid for something for you. You couldn't make it. Now I want my money back. And the thing is I want it back on my time. Like, okay, I got it. You fronted the dude a plane ticket. But again, we don't know the conversation that happened before all of this took place, whether it was the conversation was before training camp, the first day of training camp, it doesn't matter. What I get from this, and the reason Geno does not get 50% blame from me, is because everything that's come out, this dude's trying to be a thug.
Hold on.
Geno is trying to be.
Can
Okay,
let me
third
ask this
game, so I ain't worried about
Let me
that.
ask this question.
I ain't talking about that.
Everyone says it's about the money. Do you think it was more that Geno Smith was reportedly in his face, his finger in his face, running his
Yes.
mouth?
If
Yes.
that's true, then absolutely. If that was what happened, absolutely. Because I know if I loan somebody money, they tell me they're gonna pay me back. They got me or whatever, right? And then a week or 2 weeks into it, whenever they said they was gonna pay me back, they didn't. Then they're in my face. Oh, I'm not paying you back. So I'd have hit you too.
Trying to show you up in front of
Exactly.
your
If
teammates.
that's what he tried to do, then without a doubt, that's why he got hit, and he deserved to get hit.
Even if that's not what he did, okay, he has no respect in that locker room whatsoever because not one offensive lineman, not one linebacker, not one running back stood up and said, "Dude, this is my starting quarterback. We ain't having this in camp right now."
Maybe
Okay.
he liked the backups better. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
There's a lot of news
I don't
that's
know.
saying that
Right.
the Jets are happy that Geno is out 6 to
Yeah, okay, you get Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Hey,
Yeah, there you go. But still,
I mean, at some points, Fitzpatrick is better than Geno.
but with this Geno thing, he gets as much blame as the other guy. I'm sorry. You're the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. You know this is going to be headline news that you owe somebody $600, even if you didn't pay him back yet, and this goes to camp.
But it wasn't-
You're a grown man, and you should take care of that before camp
it wasn't
started.
headline
So you could
news.
go into camp with your new receivers, Brandon Marshall,
It wasn't-
and get a
It wasn't
chemistry with
headline
this
news
guy.
until he got hit.
Right.
So I'm sorry, but the person who throws the punch, whether verbally instigated or not, the person
You
who
squash
throws
it.
the punch is more at blame.
You
Unless
squash
Geno
it
walked up
before
to him
camp.
and said, "Sir, please break my jaw. I would love to be on ESPN because I am out 6 to 10 weeks because you broke my jaw." No, you are more at blame because 2 grown men got into a verbal argument and 1 grown man threw a punch without it being in self-defense.
Dude.
Geno never put his hands on him. He threw the punch.
Everybody has said that, and I don't know which one you were reading, but everything I've heard, Geno got in his face and said, "No, I'm not giving you money." Okay.
I can get in your face all
That's
day.
still-
Does that mean you're going to punch me?
Hell, if you get in my face and start pointing at me and stuff like that, I'm gonna punch you.
And I don't say anything about hitting you. You just going to haul off and hit me.
If you got your finger in my face and you're trying to bow up at me, then maybe.
Trying to
See?
play my face. I mean,
You not playing me in front of the. Think about it. He's at training camp in front of his teammates. He's a 6th-round rookie trying to make
He's
the
not a
team.
rookie.
Okay,
He's not a
2
rookie.
years.
He's a-
2 years.
yeah, 2 years.
He's trying to make the
Trying to
team.
make it.
He's trying to make a name for himself. Okay.
And breaking your quarterback's jaw is not the way to do it.
Obviously, he's not that bad because he got picked up the next
Yeah,
day.
got picked up by the Bills. Yeah.
But, point is, he gets blamed as much as Geno. Absolutely. If not a little bit more, because he threw the punch. Geno deserves blame in this.
I'm not
People
saying he
need to
doesn't.
stop letting him off. He needs to grow up.
I'm not saying
A
he
good
doesn't.
starting quarterback would not let this happen going into training
I'm
camp.
not saying that Geno doesn't get any blame, but I'm sorry. Two grown men get into an argument without being touched. One of them throws a punch. The person throwing the punch gets more blame. And then, you know.
So what you saying the
another
instigator
reason-
doesn't get any blame?
We
Are
don't
you
know
saying
if he's the
instigator?
instigator for
From the
sure.
stories that we've read and heard, is he's the instigator in this?
We don't know because.
No, it is.
what's
That's
I
the
don't know how to
stories.
pronounce his last name. How do you.
Graziano?
No, the linebacker.
IK.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
IK.
IK.
Okay.
He walked up to Geno in the locker room. Geno didn't walk up to
I
him
know
in
that.
the locker room.
But if you walk up
when
him-
you walk up to somebody and you start the conversation, you are the instigator.
No, how are you an instigator if I'm walking up to you and say, hey, dude, you owe me money.
We don't know if
we don't know
if he
how
walked
he
up to
said
him
it.
like
We
that.
don't know how he said it, but we do know Geno was trying to bow up between him and be like Billy Badass.
And that could be because of
Especially
the way he
when-
approached him, or because Geno thought that he was being tested in front of the team.
Right.
Whatever it is.
We don't know that, but blame goes equal on this matter.
And if you're Geno Smith, this guy is 261 pounds.
Yep.
Have you seen the size
That
of his
wasn't a
arms?
smart guy.
You
That
got to
wasn't a
be
smart
smarter
move.
about who you want to
You got to be
fight
more
with.
diplomatic. You can't just go out and start picking fights with 300-pound dudes.
But I want a quarterback that has respect in the locker room. Obviously,
That's
Geno
an
does
issue.
not
That is
have
an issue.
respect of this
I
locker
agree.
room.
I
And one of
agree.
the greatest New York rappers of all time said it best: "Die for $1. Life ain't sweet." And this boy,
Yep.
he needed his $600. He was a late round pick
6th-round pick.
that might not have made the team, a reserve linebacker who had all of 3 tackles.
Now, that doesn't give him any excuse, okay, for punching
We
him.
don't condone violence here at Hot Sauce or BSS Carolinas. but-
Unless you're beating up Couch Boy over.
Hating.
Okay, so Geno's 50-50 at fault,
Absolutely.
and Geno's
37.
37%.
37.
I like the side more at 75%. You are the quarterback. You're the leader. You're the high 2nd-round pick. There's a lot of expectations on your shoulders. Dude, it's $600. You could have called your agent. You
You
could have
shoot
said,
him.
Brandon Marshall, dude, loan me $600 so I can pay this guy.
Probably had it in his wallet.
He probably had his locker.
He probably did.
I mean, go to an ATM, do something,
I
cut a check.
want to see the
Hey,
video. I want to see the video.
It's probably sitting out in his car, man. He
'Cause
is.
he could have let him drive his car for a few days, and that would have. I mean, I want to see the video.
Now,
Yeah.
with his broken jaw, it's going to cost way more than $600 to repair his and rewire his whole
Yeah, but
face.
he ain't gotta pay for that.
What did y'all?
Yeah, he ain't gotta pay.
Insurance.
I guess now Geno Smith's new nickname is Glass Geno. Like the first character you
It's-
fight on Mike
it's-
Tyson's
I don't know,
show.
bro.
It's
That dude-
It's GG.
I don't know. That dude might have broken my jaw too if he'd have hit me, man. That dude- like you said, did you see the size of that dude's arm?
I'd be like,
It's
dude,
big.
where's my wallet? I got your 600 right here, homie.
Yeah, I blame Geno at all with that. Like, yo, you try to test a linebacker? Come on, now.
That's
You
what
coulda
we're
tested a safety or
saying.
something.
That's the reason we're saying he should get 50-50.
But all seriousness,
That's just
Geno,
stupidity.
speedy recovery to you.
Absolutely.
You ain't getting your starting job.
Is he done in New York?
Yes.
I don't
Absolutely.
believe
Yes.
so because Fitzpatrick is trash.
He is, but
He's
after
going to be awful. Geno's going to come back and there's no quarterbacks in this year's draft. Who
after this year he'll be done. They'll bring back Sanchez
they
or
better
something.
bring back somebody.
I don't even know. They didn't bring it back, Buck Fumble.
No.
They're not bringing it back.
But anyway, yeah.
All right, that's it for this episode of Hot Sauce for the Couch God, Jersey Boy.
Later.
I'm Mr. Suit and Tie. See you.
See you next week.
Side pieces.
Hot and so hot in here, so hot and